means it's Tuesday, which means it is Fresh Tip Tuesday. How many of you guys drink Gatorade or Powerade or any of those different types of electrolyte energy drinks? Did you know that the majority of them are banned in Europe? In fact, there's a whole list of foods that are banned throughout the world, but not in the US. So we're going to break down a little bit of why that is and how to make your own healthy electrolyte drink today. That's right. Today on Fresh Tip Tuesday, we're talking about Gatorade, which is banned. I love it. Well, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. If we haven't met, my name is Corinne Brown. I am the Fresh Expert, and this is Fresh Tip Tuesday. Yep, today we're going to be talking a little bit about Gatorade because there are a whole list of foods that are banned throughout the world, but not in the US. And it started me wondering, like, why is it that I feel like the US has the worst health records and rates, and obesity is at the highest in the US than any other country? And a lot of it, I personally believe, is because the FDA is all about money and they don't really think about what's healthy for us. Which is why, as consumers, we need to be really aware of reading what is on the label, because there's a lot of things that should be red flags, but unfortunately the FDA allows to come through. One of the ones is the ingredients that are in Gatorade. For example, yellow 5 and yellow 6, blue 10, as well as red 5, you'll hear about those too, are all banned in other countries. These artificial colors are also banned for infants as well as children. In fact, any dyes like that, food dyes in general, are completely banned in all foods in Austria and in Norway. But why isn't it in the US? I don't know. Now, there's a lot of scientific studies that show how these dyes can affect health, ADD, attention deficit disorder, and other things in children too. So please go do the research yourself. That way you can have a good educated opinion and not just go off what someone says. Because although I do my research, I think it's really important that you do your research as well. Now, one of the other reasons why Gatorade is banned, especially in Japan, is because it has brominated vegetable oil. BVO, brominated vegetable oil. I know it's a weird one, and I was like, what is that? So it is a compound that is used to help the colors blend together. So that way the colors don't separate like all those dyes that are in these drinks. They put oil, like vegetable oil, brominated vegetable oil, that is completely banned in Japan, into our Gatorades or drinks to make sure the colors are fluid. So just as a rule, just stay away from dyes, okay? And stay away from all these weird oils that we don't understand the names of. And let's make it yourself. So we're gonna make our own Gatorade today, and I'm also gonna show you a strawberry lemonade that my girls love. So are you guys ready? Go ahead and share this on your page, let other people see it. And if you see any products that I love, remember right below, that's how you snag my fresh product picks. If you're like, I like the items that she's showing, you can grab them anytime at my website 24/7. And if you're like, you know what, I don't want to pay full price, open an account in Tupperware. Then you can stock your cabinets for 25% off. Like, so easy, be a VIP shopper, okay? Of course, if you want to make money, I'm happy to help you with that one as well. Okay, let's get started with our Gatorade because I'm really excited about this one. Let me pull this up for you guys so that you can see what we are using. So for this electrolyte drink, we're going to start off, we need 3 cups of water. Now, Tupperware, when they published this recipe, they actually showed it using Tupperware's slimline pitcher. Well, at home, I have a lot of pitchers and I didn't want to dirty another one. So I'm going to use the Clearly Elegant pitcher just because it's absolutely gorgeous for this recipe, okay? Because I just love this one. The top screws right off. And this looks like glass, guys, but it is a very durable plastic from Tupperware. Now remember, all plastics are not created equal. There are a lot of them that have carcinogens. In fact, that's one of the reasons why BPA, or not BPA, Gatorade is banned, is a lot of Gatorade has BHA and BHT, which are carcinogens. So it's just really interesting, isn't it? Like all the crap. I was trying not to think of a better word, but it is. All the crap they put in our food and they let us eat in the US. And it's like, no, right? Put our health first. Okay, so we're going to take our pitcher here and we're going to start off, as you can see, by putting 3 cups of water. So I've got my beautiful Mix and Store Plus pitcher here. And I love it because it does show me the cups of water on the side so I can see exactly how many I'm pouring. I started off with 8 because of our 2 recipes. So I'm just going to go down to 5. So now I have 3 cups of water right in here. Okay, the next ingredient is 2 cups of coconut water. Coconut water is a natural hydrant. It is great because it's got nutrients and electrolytes in it as well, and it's a good natural solution for you. So we're going to add 2 cups of coconut water in there. You can do the cold pressed coconut water if you really like the coconut flavor, but I wouldn't do the ones that are full of coconut flavor if you don't like the coconut flavor. We can just worry about the water right now. So that's 2 cups of that right inside of there. Now we're going to do 1 cup of 100% fruit juice. Guys, be very aware when you go to purchase your fruit juice as well, because there's a lot of them out there that say juice and it's only 10%. The rest of it's other stuff. So again, check the label. Isn't it sad how much we have to check our labels? I don't know. I feel like it is. If it's sad to you, put it in the comments. Let me know. But my daughters love pomegranate juice. Pomegranate is a lot of antioxidants, and it has the flavonoids and all that good stuff that we need. So it's a good one to do. So 1 cup of this, and it does say 100% juice. And on the back side, it doesn't say anything extra in there. So that's a good way to know, you know, which one. Like, read the label across. And organic is always good too. That way you know there aren't any pesticides when making it. Okay, so what's next on our list? We got 2 tablespoons of honey. Oops, I left the tape right over there. Woo! You know, I always think I'm perfectly prepared for you guys when I go live, and there's always something. So I do have our honey. Now this is actually Tupperware Squeeze It bottles. I love this for my honey because it makes it really easy for it just to go right in. I mean, can y'all see this? Look, watch. And I love how it clings. It's about 1, 2 tablespoons. Local honey is always better because local honey has a lot of health benefits for allergies. So if you're very susceptible to allergies in your area, really look for honey that has been collected in your area because that pollen will help your body with your allergies. There's a lot of great science with that. And see how nice the top just clinged back? Like, that thing's just great. Like, my friend gave me this tip. I just stored upside down. Best thing ever to store your honey in. Okay, what's next? We've got 1/8 of a teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. Now, if you've watched my Fresh Tip Tuesdays before, you will know I love pink Himalayan salt. That's what I use for cooking with everything at home because it is natural. There's no bleach, there's no extra dyes. It's a natural color, and it's got 84 minerals and nutrients that are inside of here. So you really are, or minerals and nutrients, yeah. You're getting the natural, right? And I think it's like superfood, like the superfood idea, right? We always want to make sure that if it says super, I'm like, yes, I will do that. All right, so 1/8 of a teaspoon, we're gonna put that right in of pink Himalayan salt. I did do the fine salt just because you don't want chunks of salt. So don't do the coarse salt, do the fine salt when you add it in here. But salt's actually needed in your body. Yes, Gatorade's actually full of sugar and salt because that's what helps your body to rehydrate. But the problem is the amount and the quantity that's in it. And if someone's already pre-diabetic, yeah, stay away from Gatorade. It is not good for you. It will not help your health. Okay, next we've got 1 lime or lemon slice. So go ahead and slice that really quick. Got my nice utility knife from Tupperware here. Have any of you guys tried our knives? If you've tried our knives before, I strongly encourage you to go ahead. There's some lemons right there. Strongly encourage you to comment, share it, let me know. How do you love your Tupperware knives? And we're going to do 1 lime. Now I do store my lemons and limes in Tupperware's Fridge Smart containers. They do prolong the life of your produce 3 to 4 times longer. Got our limes in there too. And that's how you really save money. Fridge Smart are fantastic. It's the #2 item my hostesses do for half off at the party. So then I'm just going to take the top and put it on, squeeze it up. You want to make sure you have a top that seals all the way before you start shaking it. Okay, so that's why the slimline pitcher is perfect because it does seal up with a little grate on the inside. This one does have the cover. So I just got to make sure to hold it really good while I shake this. And as I'm shaking it, what's happening is all the good stuff is mixing up. The honey is getting incorporated, and you want those lemons and limes will help move the honey around because the honey's a little bit thick, and so it helps it get there too. I feel like I forgot something. What did I forget, y'all? Let's see, we got our coconut water, pink Himalayans. Oh, I'm not supposed to put anything else in there. I guess that's it then. All right, cool. For some reason, I was thinking I had to put simple syrup in there, but that's in the next recipe. Okay, so there we go, guys. How quick was that? right? And now you have your own electrolyte drink that's healthy, that has stuff that's in it, that doesn't have all the awful stuff. And before we get to the strawberry lemonade, I'm gonna show you all of the awful stuff because I know you wanna know this, okay? Yes, yes you do. Check this out. Ingredients that are not in the kitchen, right? With their lemon, lime, come on now. Do you see this? The FDA recognized chemical preservatives, citric acid, you've got that in there. Then we also have all these other things that are in here too, just to add the flavor and add the artificial everything, like the artificial color. This is just why, guys, you know, let's stick with pure things. Let's stick with stuff that you can read the label, that doesn't have all the extras in there, right? I mean, just think about this, no juice. Let's get stuff that's actually healthy and good for us. Okay, so I'm gonna take that off the screen now and we're gonna make strawberry lemonade. Let's pull that one up. How many of you guys love strawberry lemonade? My daughters do. In fact, this treat is gonna be for them this afternoon. So I've already got my electrolyte drink ready to go. Now, this recipe I'm gonna be cutting in half right here because, again, I have slimline pitchers in the garage, but I don't feel like open up another one because I've got a lot of Tupperware in my own home. I mean, I guess that's the benefit of being a Tupperware rep, is I am a Tupperholic, and all of my cabinets I did like totally stock at a discount or free, which is really nice as well. But I'm going to be using the cold brew carafe actually for this recipe. And we're gonna put the puree in the side and you'll see it's gonna be really cool. So I'm gonna cut this in half though. This recipe does 2 liters. So just be aware if you wanna cut it in half like mine, that's what I'm doing. So we're gonna put it in the cold brew carafe, but first I'm gonna grab Tupperware's supersonic chopper here and I'm gonna chop up 1 cup of strawberries. I had 2 cups in here, but then I decided to cut it in half. So we're gonna put those in here. Now you can also do this with peaches. Maybe you want a peach lemonade instead of a strawberry lemonade, right? Just substitute the fruit of your choice. You could do a blueberry lemonade. Just substitute the one of your choice. So give it a few chops. That way it makes a nice puree. And then we're gonna take this puree and we're actually gonna put it in the carafe. We're gonna put it up to the side for now. Don't worry, we're gonna get there in just a second. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is take 1.5 cups of lemon juice. Now we're gonna take fresh lemon juice. So I'm gonna grab my lemons here and roll them. You know, when you roll your lemons on the counter, it helps it to actually get more juice out of it. Then you're gonna need your lemon lime press. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that here. Let's go ahead and put this in the bottom of our cold brew carafe. This thing really is like, have you guys seen this thing, how awesome it is? Look at that. Woo! You can't see it because that's in the way. Let's go like this. There you go. Woo! I know I'm making a mess over here, but I wanted to give you the demonstration so you guys can see. Now I just love it. It is the best lemon lime press ever. I've had this one for about 10 years now from Tupperware. Yours, when you order it, it will be black, which is nice and sleek for the kitchen, right? And you can actually pop it out twice and get double out of it. Now, if you don't have the lemon lime press, maybe you have the all-in-one mate from Tupperware. The all-in-one mate is also another one that's really great. I'm gonna put one more lemon in there because I did not get enough lemon, I feel like. Sound effects make everything better. Do you guys agree? I agree. Sound effects make everything better. Going right in there. Okay, so we've got 3/4 of a cup of lemon juice now in there. Put a little bit more. Got a little bit more. You can never have too much, right? Wait, I say you never have too much. Yum. Okay, got that right in there. Now let's go back to the recipe. So I did about 3/4 of a cup of lemon juice because I cut it in half. I did a cup of strawberries. Then we're gonna take 1 cup of simple syrup. Now, how many of you guys know how to make simple syrup? A lot of people don't. So what I've done in my micro pitcher set here, I've heated up 1 cup of water for 2 minutes, okay? Then we're gonna take sugar. Now, if you want a sugar alternative, monk fruit sweetener. Monk fruit sweetener works great, and you can do a simple syrup out of that as well if you don't want to do the others, okay? So then we're going to take and we're going to do a cup of sugar actually. I have 1 cup of water, 1 cup of sugar. So you want an equal ratio, and that's how you make a simple syrup. Can you buy a simple syrup? Yeah, you can. But why do you want to? Any of you guys, why would you want to go and buy a simple syrup if you can easily make it at home for a fraction of the price? Just heat up water, get your sugar, 1-to-1 ratio. When I do my mocktails for my beverage company, I actually will make a honey simple syrup where I use local honey, and I do the same ratio. Typically it's like a cup of honey with a cup of water, and you let it dilute and mix all together. And then you have a simple syrup. Like, it's so easy to do. The only problem is if your water's not warm. So you need to make sure your water's hot so that way it actually dissolves the sugar or the honey or whatever you're using for your sweetener for your syrup. Okay, so it says 1 cup in there, so I'm gonna do a half of a cup. So we have that in there too, okay? Then we're gonna do 5 cups of cold water, but I'm gonna do 2.5 cups of water. But before I put the water in, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, so in here, we've got 1.5 cups or 3/4 of a cup of lemon juice, right? Then I've added 1 or half of a cup of simple syrup, which I showed you how to make. Now we're gonna take the filter, put that right in there, and I'm gonna fill the filter with my strawberries. Now, the reason I'm doing this, you'll see, is because I want the strawberries to completely infuse. I just didn't want to have the puree. Now, the benefit of using the slimline pitcher is it does have a little filter across the top. It's a little insert that helps for infusion, so it stops the stuff. It's like a strainer. That's what it is, a strainer insert. So it strains the bulk of most things out when you're pouring. So if you have the lemons and limes and stuff like that, like of our electrolyte drink, it won't pour that out. So you'll have that there. So we've got the strawberries inside of there, and then we've got our waters, and now we're just gonna pour 2.5 cups of water. Woo! Right there. Look at that, guys. And now we've got a beautiful, you can see the color's already changing. Do y'all see that? Like, how cool is that? Strawberry lemonade for the girls. Now we're gonna let this infuse and sit for a few hours, and that way when the girls get home from school, they have got a great beverage that they can drink. In fact, I can take this right out, because with the cold brew carafe, this is meant to make cold brew coffee or cold brew tea, but I love using it for sangria. I'll use oat milk as well. There's so many things you can do with a cold brew carafe. And if you need recipes or ideas, maybe you've purchased the cold brew carafe before, let me know and I will get you some other recipes of things that you can do in it. But I'll let it drain out, and then I can actually just throw ice in here and the girls can serve right out of the same container too, because it's absolutely beautiful. So guys, I hope you've learned some cool drinks today and maybe something new about the things that are out there. So I encourage you all to read the label, right? Make sure that you are aware of what's inside of it. Try and stay away from the artificial colors as well as dyes and flavors and all of that stuff. Just artificial. Just stay away. And let's work to really having health back in our homes. Guys, share this with a friend if you found some good value from it, and I'll see you next time, okay?